And please bear with me while I get our live stream started for our LinkedIn audience. This will take just about 30 seconds. And all right. And welcome to our LinkedIn audience, our YouTube audience, and everyone who's here live on WebEx. My name is Stuart Creek. I'm a marketing manager here at Simplilearn. And today I'm here with Raghavendra, who will be conducting our Learn It Live Software Development Masterclass, addressing the front end of consumer e-commerce apps. If you were with us for our last session, he talked about the back-end design of an e-commerce app like Amazon. And so we'll be looking at the front end today. If you're on the WebEx app, please enter your questions for Raghavendra in the Q&A panel. We'll queue those up for him and get to them at the end of the session in the Q&A period. You can also put things in the chat. No guarantee that we'll be able to take those as they come in, but questions in the Q&A we will definitely take. And if you are watching on the live stream, please put your questions in the comments. We have folks who can pass those on to us. We also have a couple of questions we're going to ask along the way, and the first one is this one, which is just to get a feel for who's in the audience. How much work experience do you have? Not necessarily in software, but just in the workplace after your degree, or if you're in still college, let us know. And also we're doing a check-in on how people are doing. We've been doing that throughout the pandemic, just to see how people are holding up as the situation changes constantly around us. About 10 seconds to get your answers in. And we're just about to close the poll now. And Raghavendra, we have an audience that kind of tilts towards folks who are still in school at this point. And otherwise, it's a fairly even distribution. And most everybody is doing well or okay today, so we're glad to hear that. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you introduce yourself and start the session. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and allow you to share yours.
Yeah, sure. So let me introduce myself to you before I share my screen. Once again, I'll just share my screen as well.
Okay.
Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so myself, Raghavendra. Currently, I'm working as staff software engineer in one of the top tech companies, I would say Fortune 100 companies. Currently, I hold 9 years of experience in that industry, and I am conducting various training sessions across different topics. I keep taking masterclass sessions, so I regularly, especially on full FSD topics, where I speak about designing some of the FSD things, and also designing the some of the Google Maps or any of such things. And today's agenda is continuation of whatever I've discussed in the last time when we had this session. So last time, this is just introduction about me. Again, this is was talking about similar concept. Okay, so I'll just close this. Okay, so I'll just do a quick intro of whatever we discussed in the last week. Last week, in the sense, last time. So in the last time, what did we discuss? I'll just open that document where I noted on all the pointers. Just a second.
And Raghavendra, if you could zoom in on your screen a bit, that would be helpful.
Any better now?
Yeah, that's getting better.
Okay. Okay. This was the back-end discussion I had with all of you. I mean, people who already attended last week, but still, I would like to give this introduction, or I would say 5 to 5 minutes brief about this before I start this. People who have joined only for today, for them, I want to get up and running with what's been discussed. So when we discussed last time, I created the entire Spring Boot application using Spring Web, Data JPA, MySQL, and Lombok. Okay, so I have also used MySQL here. So database use this. I'll close this. Masterclass.com. Databases. Okay. So this is the database I used. I'll go step by step. I'll explain the briefing in the last times one. I've created entity called as product with three information called as name, picture, and picture URL. And I've also created the order. Okay. And in the order, I've created the primary key, date created, status, and the order information with one-to-many relationship. And I have list of order product. Okay, why this order product is important for us? This is a composite key which will help us in combining these two and get us the quantity. Okay, and this is one-to-many. And I also discussed about some of the product, get product and get total price of the entire order in the order product entity. Okay, in the repository space, I've created order repository. Also, I've created the product repository and order product repository. This repository I've created, and I've also shown you guys about a simple CRUD operations. Okay, wherein in prod service I have two get methods. In the post I have one method, and in the update I have one, and the delete I have one. This is just to demonstrate how can we actually do this CRUD operations. Okay, so in the at last I spoke about these four in the orders. Likewise, we did it in the product, and I've exposed some of the methods. Okay, and I discussed that here in the product controller. I've used all these four using get, post, put, and delete. In the post mapping, I've add the create product method, which will or I would say create product as the endpoint. That this is the endpoint, which will take the input from the postman with the request body, and it creates the product for us in the backend. Okay, and in the list of all products, it will give me all products. Okay, so whatever we created last time, I would like to show it to you guys. Show products. Sorry, select star from product. Okay, these are some of the things I've just put in just before the session. It got vanished whatever I created last time. So I also have the I can show the same thing in the year as well. So localhost 8084 I guess is the port 8084 products is the response would give me for the products. Okay, and also we have individually we can get the information about the products. I say one, enter, it gives me the single product. Okay, that's about the post mapping, get mapping for a specific product. And also I've made this modification which will take the ID along with the path variable and also the request body which is modified ones. Okay, and finally we have delete mapping. These are some of the things I discussed last week or whenever we discussed. Okay, so in these things, if you guys have any questions or such things, you can let me know before I start the next one. Today topic is all about talking about the front end. Okay, where I'll discuss about Angular. Okay, let's discuss about the front end here. So I want to break it into two pieces. First of all, I'll build the basic products page class. After that, I will show you already built project because I don't have enough time to show everything. The backend is made of Spring Boot. The backend is Spring Boot, which is what I discussed in the last time. Okay, so this is the agenda. Let us get started. So I have created ng new. I say ecom Angular. I'll create everything from scratch so that if you also get a chance to create something like this, you'll be able to get this same experience the way I'm getting. I can select any of the things. I'll select CSS for now. It will create the project for me and I'll leave it the same way. Okay. It will just take a minute or so to get itself up and running. Let's give it a minute. This wait, let me complete this so that I'll be let it completed. Then I'll be able to show you guys. Only one. Last masterclass I was talking about backend. Today I'm talking about front end. That's it. I hope my screen is visible to all of you, right? Just
It should be.
okay. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation, Stuart. Because someone told they can't see my screen, that's why I'm resharing my screen. Okay, now I got the application running. Just to show you whether it is working or not, I can say npm start. Now that will start the application. Okay, sorry. I have to change directory. Npm start. Okay, it seems to have compiled. And if I go here and I say localhost 4200, it will give me these things for me. And I don't want any of these things. Let us expand this. Source app component HTML. I would say H1, this is front end masterclass. Now you see, you get this. Let me actually install the Angular here. npmi bootstrap at the rate latest. Okay, and then I have to point style at the rate boot. I hope this is the right path. Yes, it's getting me because sometimes the path is tricky to get it. So once you do this, you'll have this bootstrap installed in your system. How can you confirm that? I'll just show you. So you can say div dot container because I'll be using a bootstrap extensively now. MT3 and then BG primary and then text white. So I'll put inside this. See the proof that bootstrap has successfully got installed. Okay, so I will now make it as container fluid. Okay, so let us leave the CSS aside for now. Our first attempt would be get this products into the front end. That is the first attempt. For that, I will build a very basic table for now. Of course, we are building the entire UI of e-commerce, but my initial build up is I want to get this data from the back end to the front end. For that, what and all we need, let's focus on that first. Okay. So for that, what I need is I want to make sure that I'll be writing a service first. So for that, I say ng gs ng generate service um, product services slash. Now, if you see, you will have a folder called as services. Inside that, you'll have a service.ts. If you ask me what is this, this is an injectable which is used to connect to the backend and get the data for us. Okay, the next thing what I'm going to write is I need first of all communicate to the backend, right? I have to have the right URL with me. Okay, so I have to import the HTTP client for us. Import HTTP client because sometimes it will not actually import as it is. Angular slash common slash client. Oh, sorry, HTTP. Okay, now that I have this with me, actually I can inject this in my constructor. So how do I do this? I say private HTTP and I can say HTTP client. That's it. If you do this, you'll be able to get the contents. Now, the first method I'm going to write is get all products. I would say return dot http dot get of this dot products URL, which I'm going to define now. Otherwise, let's say products is equals to console.log products products. This would be, I'll create the constant over here for this. Const is equals to, I get this guy over here. So this is done. Now let us use this, inject the service in some other case and test whether it is working fine or not. For that reason, I will create a products component. ngg c means components, ngg means generate component slash product. So it will create the products for me in the components here, if you see. Okay. So here, what I'm going to say, I'm going to inject this product service for now. You can actually name it as e-commerce service or anything is fine. So I will say here private product service. All right. Now next, after this, I will create a local variable here saying that product this is of type product array. You might be wondering, what is this product? Where do I have product? Actually speaking, I'll be creating one model for this guy. So I will create a folder over here because it is like a DTO for me now, which is coming from the front end. So I say model, or I will rename as models product dot model dot ts. Here I would say export class product ID, the number. Let us see what all information I have with me. These are the 4 information, right? So name is a string, price is a number, URL is a string. Let us create the constructor for the same. This guy and this. After initialize all of them, then the data will go automatically. It's like a creating your class. Okay. This dot ID is equals to ID. This dot name is equals to name. Dot price is equals to price. Picture URL is equals to URL. Okay. Now, the next thing is I have to create similar models which are there here. I have product is done. Now, what is the next Product we have done and dusted. Now we have orders. Also we have product orders. Okay. Let us create this order product as the single thing. Okay. This particular guy. This guy. Okay. So let us create the model also. But we can pause it for a while because we are focusing on getting this product in first place here. So let us do this. Let us finish this exercise of getting this data in the first place. Okay. So now I've injected here on ng on any type can say load products. Can create a method over here. I mean, this is dummy of method I'm putting it here. I can say this dot product service dot get all products they created. I'm going to subscribe. So I have to return here something. Subscribe for the product. Okay. And in the subscription, whatever products I'm gonna get, it will be of any. With this, I will set the start products is equals to products. Also, why it is having error? This is the reason. So, comma, it takes two parameters. That's why the error was coming, and now the error should go away. Console.log. Anyway, you see this. This dot products dot for each whatever product I'm getting here. I'll go through them. Let us come to this in a while, but let's stop it here and we'll see whether we are getting the data or not. But why it is a problem? Let us leave all these things. Let us get product and see what it is happening or not. I wanted to show something else. Const products is equals to products I got here. So let us try to console log and check whether this is working or not. Yes, this dot code only I meant. I will say console.log products. So I will just go to the UI and I will go to the inspect and I need to invoke this refresh. Okay. Why it is not getting invoked is because this component is not at all invoked in any manner. Let me do this. I'll go to this guy and I will take the products and I will insert it in the here. Okay, I say this. Now those things, I mean, I get some response, that's okay. This is what I actually wanted. These three, first of all, I wanted to show this error to you. The main reason why you're getting this error because I have I haven't inserted HTTP client module in the app.module.ts. If you are Angular developer, I'm 7% sure you guys might have encountered this error. Okay, now that error is gone, you got the observable. Okay, so we were able to successfully get this data for us. So now with that, I'll subscribe. Data goes to console log data is data. Okay, let us verify this again. Okay, again, this also I wanted to show you guys because whenever this goes to the backend, it will actually block us from performing, right? For this, there is one straightforward solution. This is called as cross origin request service. Okay, generally this get blocked. We need to resolve this. Have to go to the backend and we need to allow from the Spring. There are other good ways, but one second, guys. I'm getting the. Okay. Okay. So I will let my product controller only allow for this guy. If someone, okay, observe this. If this error is coming means I'll just paste this error also here so that you guys face this error means, I mean, this is not a permanent solution. I am telling you again. This is a solution just for the sake of continuing our application. Okay. Now if I stop or restart my application, see it's restarting. I'm all showing step by step. Okay, so now if I refresh, instead of earlier whatever problem I got, now I got the data itself. So observe the pattern. First, what issue I faced? The issue what I faced is I was not able to get any products at all in first place. So HTTP didn't work for me. The problem I got is no provider something was there. I fixed it. I moved on further. Then it was not able to connect to the backend. And the problem was this. And now that I'm able to successfully connect to the backend, I have the data with me, and that is what this data is here. I'll show this data in a simple tabular format for you, just to complete the flow. After that, I will show you already built application. So here, what I can say, table type. Inside that, let me have a table header, table row, table data or table header into 4 plus table body. Inside that, let me have a table row into 4. Sorry, inside that td into 4 I want to have. Okay, so inside this table, I want to have table header, and this is called as emit abbreviation. If you are wondering what is that I'm getting here, this is a shortcut. Let me comment this. I would say product ID, serial number, product ID, name, price, products. We have to get the actual index for us. So you put semicolon, say let p is equals to index. Okay. Why you can't hear anything when other people can hear everything clearly? So I plus 1 I'll put here because index starts from 0. And here I put each product dot ID. And same thing I'll be putting each product dot name, each product dot price, each product dot picture URL. Okay. So I come back here. Okay. I will actually remove this from the outside. Our products HTML file. So I'll keep a button over here because the problem happening, I got it. The problem happening here is observe this code, okay? First table loads, then this is coming up, right? That is the problem. So whenever if you want to avoid that problems, what you can do is you can actually invoke this with the help of a button or something else. Okay. So I'll add this particular button over here. I'll move this inside a div dot container dot mt3 dot. Okay, this is enough. Button dot btn primary load products. Okay, and I want ng div ng if products dot length is greater than 0, only then show this data. Otherwise, don't show this data. So here on click get products.
Hi, learner. Are you looking to get ahead in the growing field of business analytics? Here's your chance. Get a world-class university education and develop job-ready
Load
skills
products.
from the comforts of home.
Load products is not defined. It is defined. TS. Oh, I'm really sorry. Here you're supposed to bind not this kind of an element. It is this handler. We have to bind here. Okay. It is not the on-click kind of a thing what we did use in Angle. Sorry, other things. But why this is also having problem? Button is not terminated. Anyway, load products. Please loading. There is something wrong. No, 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 no. Get all products. This is there and in this guy. NG for of products, but let me remove this for a while. Is it causing problem? Getting products. Oh, my bad. This is empty because I did not get this dot product in this case. My bad. So I was always wondered that I already set products in component. I will let it be this dot products is equals to data. Data I'll check here. Okay, now this is off. I can't directly assign this as it is because this is of expecting it to be in a product. So I will just modify this to be given as product array. If you come back to this guy, where is that? Yes, now that problem is gone. This is wrong. So one error is gone, and now we'll come back to this guy. Each product of products is having the products. Let me put this over here and check. Yes, that is having the right information. Then what is wrong with this? ID. Let us verify whether it is coming or not. Yes, I am getting it. And I am getting everything in the one product only. Okay, there is some formatting problem here. So for now, I will change all those things into any so that I'll not get this problem. Let this be any. Okay, so we got the products, right? So it's coming as an array only for me, even though I did this conversion product of 0. Let me say, I got it. Why it is not getting information in the ng for let product of products id product dot id. Ah, sometimes I forget very badly this basics. Been a while since I did this. Sorry, guys. Anyway, sorry for that hassle. So if you click, even though this load product is not there, also it will actually work because it is always having that QA binding in place. The moment the data is filled, it will automatically get that. So this is how you actually get the end-to-end communication. I'll repeat, I'll explain everything once. Sorry for my syntactical mistakes. Most of them were right. The problem happened is in the fetch part here. Okay. So first thing I did is I get all the products here. Once I got the products, then what I did is I loaded the products here. Once I loaded the products, I subscribed to them and got these products and I sent it to the products variable in the local TS file, right? Once that is done, what next I done is I have loaded that content in the HTML. So for this, I took a help of, okay, I can actually add this index also. Let I is equals to index. Index is a built-in variable for us. So I plus 1. Yeah, both looks the same. How can that happen? Yes, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Name should be name. ID is okay. And here I should have the name. Product ID is also look the same because in the backend, if you see, it's the 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why these numbers are same. Don't get confused. This is different. This is different. I don't want both of them to be next to each other because if I do that, that causes a problem for me. It will confuse you. And that's why I kept the name in one place, ID in one place. Okay. This is how one entire end-to-end application, how this works. Now, it is not an e-commerce application, right? How can I do this? I will show you that build code, because if I keep reading the code, I will not be able to finish in the entire class. For the same reason, I've already written the entire code end to end before the class and kept it ready so that I can explain that code to you and I'll show you that how that works. Okay. So npm, I'll stop this application, whatever I'm just doing here. Okay, I'll just stop this. End stop. Yes. Now I'll start this application. Npm start. Before I start, I'll go to the e-commerce service dot this one 84 and 84. Let us see the actual output first, then I'll show you the actual code and explain the code to you. I will share the code for the whatever I built in the class so that you can use it for your references. Let me get this application up and running. Okay, seems to the application has come up. Now I'll refresh. It changed. Of course, this I've written before the class. Okay, I'll just explain the code to you what happened. Okay, here also the backend is still the same, but the front end is completely written in a different format. Okay, the code is like this. So I'll let me start from the app component.js. In this, I have the app component.html. Here I have app e-commerce as the first component in place. Okay. In this, if I go here and if I look for this, wherever I have this matching, it is present in the e-commerce component.ts. Okay. This is the basic page. Okay. So I have in place. Here I've used all view child components. That means I'm almost using all the components in one place. Okay. And this is the place where I have all the important information. Okay. And if you see, I've already loaded the products. I've also have this entire HTML in place. Here the HTML shows view child is a way to bind multiple components. Okay. Let's say you have component A, you have component B. If you have worked with child like parent-child combination or parent communication, there is one way you can do it with the help of @input @output, right? The same way we can do view child also here. Okay, view child also provides same feature for us where it helps us to communicate between these two, and it's a decorator in this case. Okay, so here what I've done is I have built the entire using all bootstrap things and I have the NG class. So this concept is a little big. Okay, I'll brief you guys once the concepts whatever I used here. I've used the all property bindings. This is property binding written. This is NG class. This is also one of the property binding, and I have actually implemented this. If you see this response, this is the entire nav click bar I have, and this is UL. Okay, this is the reason we have all this 1 2 3 4 5 6. That is with the help of this guy. And finally, we have on the other side shopping cart, this one. This right side, whatever we have, right? That is with the help of, I'll take this to the right. That is with the help of this information. Okay. Here you have this shopping cart. Now let's say add to cart. I increase this quantity to 1 and I say add to cart, increase quantity to 1. It's set. So add to cart. Now if you see, you have these three information I bought. Checkout, This is the order page. I pay, successful. This is the simple application I've developed. I come back to this. I've explained this row to you, and this is the page where I have loaded this all ULs. UL is the one which contains the current information for each and every small element. If I come to TS file, here I have, sorry, here I have actually loaded all the information. This products component I've loaded, shopping cart component I've loaded, order component I've loaded. Product C is a product component. Inside this, if you notice, I have loaded the products again. This also with a similar concept. Get all products. If you notice here, it will get us the product. That's it. Nothing much. And it inside that I'm loading all the products, and I'm also creating the product order object every single time to load the product so that I can use it in the application. Okay. So that is the help of this block. And in the similar fashion, I have loaded the orders also. And of course, I have written some utility function which will get us the product index present or not. I can remove element from cart. How can I remove element from cart is, I'll go to home, I refresh, add to cart. Now if you click on remove element from cart, it should go away from here also, and this should get resetted also. Now whatever was there earlier, it will show me back the same thing. So that is the help of remove element from the cart operation will help us from. That is why I've written this index. Now if I read all this code in the class, I need at least 2 hours, maybe more. That is the reason I haven't written all of these things in the class. In the class, whatever I can write is one end-to-end communication. That is what I've shown you in first place. Now I'm able to explain you all those things in one go. Products component contain all information about products and orders. Okay, and this is the one information which is communicating with us for order product information. Okay, so I have add to cart, I have remove from cart, I have also get product index, I have also is product selected, because I should get to know, right, the moment I click on this, which is the one currently I'm selecting. That is the reason I have that particular place idea in place. And load orders reset is the one, the moment I click on reset, everything will set to their original one. Okay, so that's about products. If you see about the orders, similar way, we have orders also here. Here we loaded all the orders. I have to load the total over here. Why this is? I need to calculate whatever has been modified in the UI. Okay, and also finally, the moment I click on pay, I don't do anything. There is just, it will add those combination in the backend. Now, if you see, select star from orders, it's nothing. Okay, because add to cart, checkout, pay. Is some communication gap might have happened here. The problem is cars problem. Here also that is haunting us. Where is this? Okay, I haven't done the order controller again here. Okay, so that is the reason. So if I have to write that again, that's if you have written that, this problem you won't face there. Okay. So with that, I have came to end of today's session. So I hope it was enough to understand one end to the other end. Yeah, I think I'm done from my side, Stuart. You can take it forward.
All right, thank you so much. So let's ask a few of the questions that came in from the audience. And you can see, as Raghavendra explained, we wanted to show you the basics that he could cover in an hour. In our actual courses, we go much deeper, and in one of our multi-course programs, you would end up in a capstone project where you would take on something of this nature, but you would do it all the way from front end to back end to merchandising and displaying product images and really creating the full experience. So this is just this has been a example of the process that's going to take you step by step being able to do that type of thing. We had a question from Garn Shakar. I'm sorry for mangling your name, Garn Shakar. Do we need to install anything for shortcuts, or is it default by in Visual Studio? I was looking at that part while you were doing that.
I didn't get the question actually. Where is the question is put in, Stuart?
It's in the chat. Do you need to install anything for the shortcut that you were implementing, or
No. I told that answer in the class itself. The answer is no.
Okay.
It's a part of VS Code feature itself.
And he was also asking about view child, that function.
I explained that also. It's just like your communication between components. I have a component A, component B. Just like you use input and output in the different components, right? Same way, view child also provides such features. You can inject that particular component in the current component. That's the combination. It's the core syntactically is a little different, but conceptually it's that simple.
We have a question about, we got a couple questions about placements and enrolling in the capstone project. I think I'm going to go ahead and go on to that because I don't see many other questions about the subject matter, but I do want to go ahead and talk about just on that. If you want to learn how to become a full stack Java developer, especially for people, this is a program designed for people with less than 3 years of experience. And this is a program that offers a 100% job guarantee. I'll explain what that means in just a moment. But the full stack Java developer program includes courses of the type that Raghavendra just showed you, but and I'll go into that in a minute as well. It's a comprehensive full curriculum that takes you from beginner status all the way to full stack Java developer. It includes integrated case studies and projects, so you get to do the type of thing that Raghavendra showed you under the direction of instructors like him, where you do this on your online project system. It's part of the integrated learning platform. You have weekly classes that with live instructors, so that you can go through step by step and ask the instructor and get feedback from your peers. And the work between the weekly classes is all on your own schedule because the platform's available 24/7. And the guaranteed job offer, I'll hit in a moment. Here's the curriculum. This program starts with a full stack Java developer welcome class orientation, but you start with object-oriented programming with Java. You move on to the back end, then you learn how to use frameworks in a way that's compatible with DevOps, which is the modern tool for software deployment and continuous integration and continuous deployment. And then you learn how to create the front end in much more depth, as you saw today. And then finally, the capstone project, which takes everything you've learned in this set of courses and integrates it into a final full stack development project that's based on an industry class problem. You also have the ability, the option of taking the elective, depending on your interest and your time schedule. The elective is included for free. Testing, DevOps lifecycle, which is an important aspect of modern software development. And you end up with the certificate that shows that you have completed the course as along with all the projects, including the Capstone projects that are in your portfolio, to demonstrate to your future employers. But when we talk about future employers, and this program, job guarantee aspect of this program is available only in India, because we partnered with a number of employers in India who have told us that they can basically take on as many full stack developer graduates as we can produce. They know our reputation for helping people become extremely proficient. So they have said that within 6 months of completing the program and getting your certificate, provided you follow the job search instructions that we give you, one of them will offer you a written job guarantee within that 6-month period, or you'll receive your program fees refunded in full. Again, this is only offered to learners in India because you do have to be able to take a job with an Indian employer for the job guarantee to work. So unfortunately, we can't offer it in other countries around the world, but we are working on that. But I just wanted to let folks in India know that this program is available. For people elsewhere, we do have other full stack Java developer boot camps that are available that don't include job guarantee, but do include some job assistance. So just a quick question based on this thumbnail sketch of what I've told you. Is this something that you might be interested in, and would you like to find out more? So real simple question. Are you interested in this type of program? And if you are, when would you want to start? And I'll give you just another 20 seconds or so to answer that. And give another 10 seconds, get your answers in. And we'll close the poll in 3, 2, 1, now. All right. So about 2/3 of our audience today said they're interested in this program, which is great. And I'll share with you how to get in touch with us. And some folks are looking at doing it right away. Some folks are looking at doing it farther off in the future. What I'm going to do is put into the chat the link to the program page, which was also in that QR code. I'll go back to the QR code so that you can have a moment to scan it. I'm going to put into the chat both this link to the program page and the email address, askus@simplilearn.net. Askus@simplilearn.net will let you contact a learning consultant, ask questions about the program, find out more about it, and see if it's something that's right for you. And with that, I want to thank Raghavendra very much for being here today and sharing with us his knowledge and expertise. Really appreciate it, Raghavendra.
Yeah, thank you so much, Stuart. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you don't waste any more time and right away join the session and get maximum use of it. Okay. And I
Okay.
wish you see you on the other side of the screen. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you. And just to let you know, we have an upcoming webinar next Wednesday for anyone who might be interested in data science. If that's you, that's great. If you know of somebody who's interested in data science, and especially data engineering, big data, we have a session with a expert who's got about 30 years of experience in the field, and he'll share his experiences and advice. And I've just put that also into the chat window, but you can also scan that QR code. And with that, I want to thank everyone for being here today. I really appreciate it. Raghavendra appreciates it. And you can keep in touch with us at Simplilearn on Facebook and Twitter, or Simplilearn on LinkedIn. Contact us at askus@simplilearn.net for more information on the programs. And we look forward to seeing you at future webinars and hopefully welcoming you into the Simplilearn learning community. So with that, let's conclude our webinar. And again, thank you for being here.